And GPT Engineer, or I guess they've now completely renamed it to Lovable Dev. It's like one of the first text to like platforms that I've ever tried. And when I made a post being like, this is the future of software engineering, people were like, no, what are you saying? This is dumb. It can only make basic Snake games. And look how far we've come now. People are like, okay, shit's real, right? Apparently they have better Superbase integration now. Oh, the select feature, this is cool. Zero had this. It can select specific elements in the UI to prompt about. I think that's really cool. Like with their improved Superbase integration, making it easier to build full stack apps. This is really cool. If you don't know about Superbase, it's like an open source kind of backend management platform. I downloaded Firebase. I hosted this hackathon and it was kind of finished yesterday. And it was very niche. It was like a creator hackathon, so it was pretty much only for content creators and developers. It's very niche. Barely got any up. So for the next hackathon, I want to make a web app where the community can vote on a topic. So pretty much I'm going to give this a prompt to O1 Preview and DeepSeek DeepThink. I want to write a prompt for an AI coding agent to create a platform where admins can set a question, bracket S, for users to vote for. So before we go to O1, we go to GPT-4o. Ask me clarifying questions to reduce ambiguity first. Let's just see like what gaps am I missing in this description. User auth should be simple verification. We're doing Superbase. Admins can create multiple questions or one question at a time. On auth with Superbase. User only needs email and verify. How does Superbase email verification work? How does Superbase auth work for users? Can they just... With pipelines, they use a lot in memes, and each pipeline is different. Oh. How is it ranked to Quen and 4.0 in test time training? Just how to create an account by providing email and password upon registration. Convert. Okay, Superbase sends a conf email. That's kind of what I wanted to know. Write a concise prompt for this info. Let's get a concise prompt here. This GPT-4o. All right, we're going to prove this prompt to be given to an AI coding agent to build this app. There we go. That's Gemini, that's DeepSeek. We're going to do the same thing with O1 Preview. All right. DeepSeek is obviously so much faster. Encryption, no. See, it kind of overthinks it. Hey, create a new question manager, create a new voting session. Objective voting. It's not even that much better. Oh my god, fucking O1 gave a timeline. I think these kind of prompts aren't even like for O1. I think like his reasoning is like for like math and science and stuff, but not really this stuff. I think this like 4.0 prompt was pretty good. We're just gonna keep this. Alright, let's just go on to Lovable Dev and try to create this. Boom! What configure? Not using Edit for this? No, we're using Lovable Dev. It takes care of the whole deployment and stuff for us, which is really sweet. Error occurs because super environment variables aren't set. We still need to create an end file with the Superbase URL and the anonymous key generated. You'll need to replace the placeholder values in .env with your thing. You can do this on the project settings API. Oh, wait. Hold on, I just realized that you can go here, and then click connect. Now it's connected to the Superbase project. Oh, you have to go into Superbase and actually connect it. Oh, that looks a bit better. Because I think this was old. What app am I trying now? This is Lovable.dev. It was previously called GPT Engineer, but it's like one of the OGs in this space. And I have a lot of love for them as well. I think you can try it for free. Check it out at Lovable.dev. Where to? We have the question creation and management logic. I've implemented the basic question creation. So now we can test this. It says sign in. And looks like we need to implement the user auth flow before we can test the question. So I'm getting the emails. It's just that it's redirecting to localhost down here. So that's not actually triggering the confirmation properly. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring it to Claude. Let's have a look at the code. Oh, we need to create a repository. All right, let's create a repository. So you continue this locally. Let's try Exponent. Exponent wrong. Here's Exponent. Barely anyone has covered this app, but I think it's really good. I don't know if I should mention the files, but Exponent's actually pretty good at finding the files it needs. So I'm going to say I'm getting these errors when trying to log in / sign up, and then post the errors. There we go. And then see what it does. Boom! Straight away. LSSRC. See how cool is this? And it doesn't actually charge you for these things that it does itself. It only charges you for the prompts that you do. You get like 20 prompts a month or something for free or in the trial. Let me check your Supabase configuration. Boom, I'm reading these files. It's super fast. I was going to check my .env to see if I have all these keys, which I should. What is Exponent? It's this. An AI software engineer. To put it that way, AI software engineer. I could start a project with just Node.js and React right on Lovable. So by default, it's Next.js, but they did say they have, when you start it, you go into, there's like settings button, configure, and you go choose tech stack and you go custom tech stack. Oh no, you can't. You have to request it. So I guess not. So I guess at the moment it's just TypeScript. It's just React with TypeScript or JavaScript. It's changing the redirect URL to that. Interesting. Just say okay. Make sure you're running the on a port. Damn it, now it wants me to test it. How do we get the yarn dev on that port? I guess we could just manually change this to 3030 as well. Or 8080, I think it was. Same issue. I don't think that was a solution. I always do explore code base first and it creates exponent.txt. Oh, should have done that. Might be a DNS issue. I'm just to ping this. I'll find it. Confirms as that issue. I'm going to try ping Google just to make sure that you can ping anything. And we actually get a response from Google. So let's verify we can log into Supabase and confirm the project status. Whoops. In the meantime, let's try using a different DNS resolver. Let's log into Supabase. NS lookup. Wow. This is really awesome. In-depth debugging for sure. Restart your development server to pick up the new environment variables and try again. Let's go. Oh, shit. It actually worked. Holy crap, let's go Exponent. Big props to Exponent for helping me debug the thing. Alright, let's see if I can create a question. Topic of the next hackathon, brother. I am creating a hackathon for the community so we can build stuff together. Let's brainstorm ideas, etc. Option 1. I don't know, guys, any ideas? AI coding orchestrators, 100x coding orchestrator, and then video editing tools. Great question. Hell yeah, this is nice. Now we need a way to determine whether, I need to commit this. So I assume Exponent doesn't have a way to commit from here, which, that's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. I'll just do it through Git, I guess, through the terminal. Let's see, git diff, git add, git commit, fix, Supabase integration. There's so many changes I want to make, and because we only have limited prompts, I'm gonna give it a super prompt. I'm gonna be done. All the voting questions and their options should be visible on the home page before auth. The voting requires auth. Only admin users can create and edit questions. Make a resh at apricot.io and admin. Let's see if I can do this. I kind of two things at once, which is a recipe for disaster. But we'll just see how it goes. Man, I really need auto mode. I think I'm going to pay the $50 to Exponent I talked to one of their dudes today. He seemed really nice. So, I don't know. It'll be good. Which coding apps is he using and which is the best? I'm currently using Exponent.run. This one's not really public. I can apply for the waitlist at Exponent.run, but it looks like they're only letting certain people in. They said as long as you're someone that's not going to abuse it, so you have like public GitHub that shows contributions and stuff, they probably let you. Previously, I was using Lovable.dev, which is what started this whole app, and it had a really nice Supabase integration. So I think like Lovable.dev, if you want to create a React app with a Supabase backend, Lovable.dev can get you that like initial boilerplate really well. It has like one-click Supabase integration, which is really nice. And it gives you the whole GitHub repository under your account. It's sick. Otherwise, Cursor is great. Aider is great. Klein is really great. Windsurf is really great now as well. They're the top 5. Exponent also writes code besides debugging, yes. Klein is the best debugging? Yeah. Dude, Klein is so good because it has computer use as well and browser thing. Yeah, Klein is so good for debugging. I think, honestly, this might be better because of auto mode. I haven't tried auto mode yet, but the speed and smartness of Exponent.run. Now, it doesn't have the computer use, and so that's where it lacks, but just when it comes to like executing command line commands, Exponent's been really good. Like, really impressed with how it debugged this before. Like, couldn't connect to Supabase, so it did like pinged the Supabase, so it couldn't be found. All right, maybe we don't have internet. So then it pinged Google. You can ping Google, that's fine. And it's like, you probably need to change your Supabase URL, which was exactly the issue. It was just so cool how it was able to debug that. I'm making an app for people to vote on the next topic of my hackathon. The topic of my next hackathon. But I also want to make it an admin dashboard so I can have topics in the future as well. It isn't just hackathon voting. So like, people can vote. More community engagement and shit. That's what we're planning to get to eventually. But yeah, at the moment, we're just building it out with Exponent. So this is a platform called Exponent. It's not public, but it's really good. There's so many different tools with like free tiers that you can just keep hopping from one to the other and like keep using all their free tiers. You can tap Control plus scroll and this will change the size of the page. Yes. It's the same thing. Control scroll, Control plus. With React, yes, this is React. Yeah, it's good fun. I'm not really reading what it's doing, so I hope it's not going off the rails. But it's really cool. One really cool thing about Exponent is they don't charge you for edits. They don't charge you for executions. They only charge you for prompts that you give. It's probably I doubt they're going to keep that forever because it's definitely costing them a lot of money to do that. But the end user, it's really good. I'll provide you with the SQL commands you need to run in your Supabase dashboard to do all the RLS. Shout out to whoever said the RLS stuff. Tiago Gomez da Silva. They were correct. So pretty much to give the admin permissions and stuff, we need to execute all this. I think we can do it in one go. That's one really cool thing about Supabase. I guess a lot of platforms would have this. You don't have to mess with the UI. Just get the AI to give you all the SQL code to run, and then it just updates your database for you. So we're going to do that. We're going to hop over to Supabase dashboard, log into my project, go to SQL editor, go paste all the code that we got and run it. Ooh, destructive operation. You could be careful. You could have drop all tables and that would destroy all your data, but we don't have any data we care about. So we're going to set create policy, admin can create questions. That's super cool. I think we ran that. That's fine. Verify. Well, let me just verify myself. You don't need it to verify. So we have a question here. But let's sign out. I think I have another question. Awesome. So now on the main page, we can see the questions. We can sign in. If I sign in with hello@techfriend, this shouldn't have admin privileges. And it doesn't. It can't create questions. Can it vote? 100x. Awesome, and it can do one vote. Oh, wow, that is working perfectly. Man, that makes me really happy. Now, the next kind of step for this, I might not do it yet, is actually deploying this to a domain. Once we get to that stage, there's probably a whole lot of other complications. What am I using for backend? This is Supabase backend, Supabase. It's an open source, similar to Firebase. I really like it, but I've heard once your project gets big, the pricing can be annoying, but you can also probably, since it's open source, self-host it. I'm not sure. Also, I want to add this as well. Make the theme be of a Matrix Digital Rain computer terminal style with a custom font. Let's see if we can do that. Just to match the rest of my website. If you guys haven't seen my website, it's kind of like that. Matrix. I love the Matrix style. Yes, you got to keep the theme. You got to keep the branding. Matrix theme is now complete. Terminal style font, Matrix style cards with glowing effects. Ooh, guys, I'm excited to see this. Yo, thanks for the likes. D going ham, taking first place on the most likes. Thank you, D. All right, let's see. Localhost 8080. Oh shit, this looks awesome, dude. This looks better than my website. Damn, dude. That's crazy. Vote.matrix. Choose your reality. Oh my days, fam. What the hell? Exponent went ham on this. Wow, bro. I cannot believe it. It's a bit weird how there's like fade. I don't know how do we describe that without the fade. I don't want to waste an Exponent thing fixing that though, so I might. Let's see if we can get... Oh shit, one thing also, thanks for reminding myself. Now we're reaching another point of a developer's life cycle where a lot of things tend to go wrong, and that is deployment. We're going to try to deploy this live on the interwebs, and there's a pretty good chance it's not going to work the first time. So buckle up, guys. Here we go. So I use Cloudflare these days to deploy most of my shit. So we're going to go on Cloudflare. We're going to try to use Cloudflare pages. It should theoretically be pretty simple for a web app, a React web app. It should be like a few button clicks, but in reality, I know this is not going to be the case. So here's what we do. We go workers and pages, create a page, connect to Git, AJ47, Vote Sparkle platform, begin setup, production, main branch, framework, React with Vite, npm run build, dist. Let's just double check I have npm run build in my package JSON. Yes. I put directory dist. I assume so. I could double check that just to make sure. I don't want to have to redo this. D, good night. Thank you so much for all the all the likes. Ronnie Moja, thank you for the likes, and MK Hammer, thank you for the like. Yep, that all looks good. Environment variables. We're gonna add my environment variables here. It's kind of hard to keep secrets when you're streaming. This one's an interesting one. The redirect URL. Now, I think this is actually gonna be HTTP.
Thank you.
/ I'm going to try do this at vote.techfriend.net. I think we can get that with Cloudflare pages. I don't know. Level domain? I'm about to find out. Follow me. Thanks for the follow. Oh, bro, I hate this log file issue. I've had it before and I had this exact issue before. Come on, Cloudflare. Yes, I think it's working, dude. I think we did it. I think. Oh, actually, unsupported engine. That's not good. That's progress equals fun. Let's go. It worked. Oh, let's go. Yes, sir. Thanks, Kez. All right. So now we have it hosted on here. Oh, this is sick. Oh, wow. And it's actually linked with the Supabase as well. Now, let's see if I can get it on my subdomain. Add a custom domain. Set up a custom domain. Vote.techfriend.net. Continue. Now, because I already have techfriend.net registered with Cloudflare, it should handle all the DNS shit for me. I hope. Oh, I forgot to add the option for people to be able to add their own votes, I think. Their own options. But yeah, that wasn't as bad as I expected, getting the deployment. I think because I've had the exact same issue before, it was a lot easier to debug this time. I remember last time, look, this is when it got fixed at 2 minutes 20 pretty much, and then let's see when I first tried to deploy. Most of my needs in programming here. actually, because GPT Engineer edits to main, I'm gonna make a new branch. How long is that? 40 minutes. It took me 40 minutes to debug this shit. Can you make time? It took 10-15. That's a lot better. Looks like we have vote.techfriend.net is live. Awesome.